So Obama's writing a new book that he's put out. Um, the fake news is saying that Biden is our president. And then now they're also saying that COVID is killing everyone. And they never have ever said anything good about Trump. And actually, because of all the hate that's thrown towards Trump, now his supporters are even under attack. So half of America, over 72 million of us who voted for Trump, who thinks that this election was full of fraud and hate and wrong vote counts, who is probably not going to buy Obama's new book because some of us, like me, voted for him. Twice I voted for him. And all he did was run this country into the ground. But now, because Trump got in office and has fixed things, they're all throwing hate at Trump. And part of it, I blame Hillary because she wanted in this election. She wanted to be the president of the United States, and Trump got in. So now she's pitching a fit, and she's getting all her buddies to help pitch that fit. So this is just my rant right now towards Obama, towards Biden, towards Hillary, towards the fake news, CBS, CNN, in MSNBC. You guys, to me, I think you're all just hateful, terrible people who are trying to push an agenda towards a one world government. That's my opinion. Um, I think I will never trust the voting system in America again. Um, Half of Americans who voted for Biden, you know, I think that you guys are in for a rude awakening if Biden does get into office and all of this plays out and he does sign this thing with Paris, France, and we go into a one world government like they want us to do. Look at Agenda 21, look at Agenda 30, look at all the things that are playing out right now. I think that you guys are in for a very rude awakening. For those who are still buying into the whole Hollywood thing, um, you you look at the Hollywood, you look at the movies, and you look at how over the past years, um, especially from the 80s on, that the horror movies and the grotesque things that are happening in those movies have gotten worse and worse and worse. Did you also know that Obama is the one he sits on the board at Netflix? And if you've watched some of the movies from Netflix lately, you can see some of the really bad things that are happening. Just go watch a few. I know Cuties was a big thing that everybody was upset about because of all the child porn and that kind of stuff. But if you actually also go watch other movies, there's a lot of things that talk about cannibalism, talk about rituals, sacrifice, and, killing people, taking their hearts out, giving them to the Dark Lord, all that kind of stuff. Go look at some of the movies that are happening, and you tell me that there is not an agenda that's going on, that's going in the wrong direction, not just for America, but for our whole entire world. Um, it's very concerning, but yet people are just buying right into it. They eat up what the fake news is telling them. Half of America is eating up the fake news. They're just like, oh yeah, give me more. Give me more of the hate. Give me more of the drama. Give me more of the death and the sickness from the COVID. Give me all of that, it's like you're hungry for hate and death. And they are pushing that on you. Wake up and look at this because they are pushing that on you. I don't know what's in Obama's book. I don't plan to read it because I think he's a big fraud. I think he is part of the reason we are in this mess. He was in office for 8 years. And then Trump took over. Trump built the wall. And then they said that Trump put kids in cages, which is complete opposite. It was Obama who built the cages and put the kids in there. It was Obama during the interview with Camilla that said about Biden, yeah, he likes pasta with red sauce. He can go deep on that. That's a little weird. I would never talk to somebody and say that about pasta with red sauce. I would never say, oh, they can go deep on it. If you don't believe me, go look at the interview. Go look at him and Camilla talking to each other. Um, there's some weird stuff that's going on. And I can guarantee you that if we keep going down this path, the future is not going to be pretty like you think it's going to be. It's not going to be all these great things, all this free income and green energy and wonderful stuff. If it was, if we were going in that direction, why would the fake news be preaching death? Why would they be telling us, along with all the Democrat run states and cities and politicians, oh no, you have to stay home for a year? A year now, this COVID shit has been going on and we've had to stay home. I mean, we're born and we die. In between that time, we live our lives. How many people have died in the nursing homes without being around their family? Maybe they've died of COVID. COVID, I'm sure, is a thing, just like other flus and other diseases that have came and gone throughout our time on this planet. Look at how many flus and diseases and things of that nature and how many people died while Obama was president. Yet you don't hear anybody complaining or saying that he's responsible for all of that. The Zika, the AIDS, HIV, all that happened when Obama was president. Cancer, breast cancer, heart disease, and how worse that's gotten in America. All of that happened while Obama was president. But nobody's holding him responsible. Nope. They're just saying it's all Trump's fault that coronavirus is here. Actually, no. That came from China. Trump is the one who has tried to create a better economy and not let China come over here and destroy our economy and also then destroy us. Biden is the one who has relationships with China. They claimed Russian collusion. How many times? And we find out that Hunter Biden is the one who had the relationship with with Russia. I bet you anything that Hillary is part of that as well. Also, I'm sure Biden. I mean, I know he knows about it all. And you all are just accepting it. And you're going to listen to this fake news. You're going to listen to CBS, to MSNBC, to CNN, their talking heads who are really no better than those dressed up weirdos in the Hunger Games, feeding into a gobbling up elite control society that seems to want to be controlled and want to create a world that has a one world government, because you do not see the impact and the outcome from all of this. So the videos that I'm doing and I'm going to continue to do and put out there, and I'm going to continue to speak my mind, especially towards the fake news, because all they do is throw hate towards Trump or his supporters, and it's wrong. When in the past has the news media been so terrible and hateful towards the president in the way that it's been this past 4 years? We need to really think about what's going on. If you voted for Biden and you want him in office, that's fine. But you need to really think about what is happening in our world. And that's my 2 cents. I'm going to put that out there, and you guys can, give me comments or feedback.